Hey everybody, welcome back. I apologize if you hear Byron. I don't know what the heck he wants. I'm trying to calm him down. I also apologize. We tried to leave the castle, and Cecil goes, "What are you doing here? No unauthorized personnel." And unfortunately, Byron just jumped all over my controller, so now this guy just showed up, and we missed what Cecil said. I apologize.
Who do you think you are talking to? I belong here. Out of my way, tin-head halter. Call for the castle lord.
Who are you calling dim? What gives you the right to call people whatever you like? Juan, put him in his place. Pipe down. Let him do as he likes.
Ah, listen to this. This young man makes sense. From this day on, he will be the Gold Brick Gang Boss. Try to live up to your title.
I hate this guy. Who are you calling a gang boss? Name calling will get you nowhere fast. How'd you like if someone called you loudmouth loser? Get out of here before I throw you out.
Is there a problem?
We suddenly come from behind. Someone hold me back. I'm ready to rip this guy a new mouth hole. I despise your strange names.
Strange? What do you mean? You're the tin-head halter. And you're the Gold Brick Gang Boss. Nothing strange about that. They're perfect titles.
That's insulting. Yeah, you tell him.
Why are you here? I heard many people have come here recently, so I came too. When a group of people reach a certain number, they need individual titles that acknowledge their abilities. No doubt about it. Titles? Ahem. Titles build order and discipline, guaranteeing peace and prosperity. People take pride in their titles. Tin-head halter and Gold Brick Gang Boss, you agree, don't you?
Not for a second. Ignore him and maybe he'll just shut up.
What are you whispering about, Gold Brick Gang Boss?
Stop calling me that.
If you ever want to enhance your career and prestige, come see me. I'll give you an unforgettable title that'll set you apart from the rest. Now then.
And unfortunately, Jefferson has joined the 108 stars. I don't like this guy, and to be totally honest, I've never really figured out what he does. I know he does something, I've just never really figured out the point. So, you know what, it also occurred to me, I forgot to save at the end of the last video, so I'll save at the beginning of this video. Yeah, I just kind of picked a random assortment of people. In fact, Chris and Ghetto weren't even options this time. I think that's what I was trying to mention in the last video was, because Chris and Ghetto are part of the main, you know, they're the main characters-ish. They actually kind of get sent out randomly on side quests that, you know, you'll see later, but... Or they're just not available for some unknown reason. Okay, so my plan was to actually, like, do a lot of the walking off-screen, so I don't know if I'm gonna cut this part out. I guess it depends. We're gonna make a rather long trek, but we're gonna stop at Ixay real quick.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is we need to be as entertaining as possible, that way you can't cut it out.
Hopefully Byron will go to sleep. I don't know what his issue was. Like, he woke up and he got tangled up on the cords last video, and then he was like all dancy and he's like, I want something, and I'm thinking what's happening is the last few times we recorded, I gave him ice cream after the recording because he stayed in his spot like I asked him to. Not like, he, you know, he understood it, but he did it.
To be clear,
so I rewarded him.
Doggy ice cream.
Dog ice cream, yes. And I think what's happened is I think he's learned that he gets dog ice cream after I record, so I think he thought I was done. So he was like whining for it. I think is what happened, because he was doing that dance, like, and he was like running over towards the kitchen, like, where is it? But he didn't earn it, unfortunately, because he interrupted the recording and he doesn't understand that, so he's still kind of upset. I'll give him a treat or something. But... Oh, and Potter is calling. I don't know why she's calling, because she knows I'm recording. So anyways, yeah, I'm sure you noticed we just bought the rose brooch. I could have swore we had already bought it. We looked everywhere. But nobody had it, and it wasn't in the bank. A lot of stuff got dumped there, so I guess we forgot. I don't think there's anyone in Great Hollow right now I need to worry about. So we're gonna move on. I don't think we're gonna use the rose brooch in this video. We need it to go get Augustine in Vinia del Exe, but that's not the direction we're going. I just wanted to go ahead and pick it up while I was thinking about it, in case we happen in that direction. That should be the next set of recruitments. So yeah, so I brought a random... Oh, what were you gonna say?
Well, no, I was gonna say, I was just looking at where we would advance the story next. Looks like Great Hollow is the next place to advance the story, by the way.
Okay, we're going to avoid Great Hollow then. So you'll notice that I brought a random assortment of people. Again, like we were saying, we're gonna kind of switch people in and out as they will be useful. Rhodey's always gonna be with us. He's probably one of the only characters who's gonna... Fubar's probably one of the other ones that's probably gonna stay with us most of the game since I chose Hugo as the club champion. Bosba, like I said, he's really well balanced in my opinion. I like Lily. She's just... And Isla's one of my favorite ranged people, and it's always good to have a couple ranged people. Jacques and Isla are my two favorite ranged. I also really like some of the people that we had earlier in Chris's chapter from that one village. I can't think of it. Almakinen? We don't have them yet, so... I guess that was a bit of a spoiler. I'm sorry. I mean, it was a little obvious that they were going to join us since they had profile pictures, but...
Well, there was that and the fact that the 6 clans joined us, and so if we don't have them, it's kind of a... Well, where are they? Oh, we probably just need to go get them.
Yeah. And that's why I have Fubar.
It's that he can fly over the top of the forest and just land right there in Almakinen and get them for us.
So I believe Bosba... Yeah, Bosba has a has a really strong wind rune. He has the Cyclone rune. I think he also has an... I don't know if it was him or she, but it has an affinity to the water as well. But...
I would chime in with something witty here, but I have nothing to say.
I just love the way he flies. He doesn't need to flap his wings or anything. He just takes straight off and just goes. Who needs to flap their wings? Oh no, don't shoot Rhodey! It's a good thing I don't actually have Rhodey here right now. That would probably be really confusing if I kept saying his name. It's like, I've been playing Octopath Traveler with Helper. I mean, we haven't played much since he hasn't been home a lot. I think in the past month and a half he's been home for a total of 2 days. But there's actually a character family name called Byron in the game. And it was confusing him because some of the game is actually voiced. And so they kept saying Byron, Byron, and he was like, what the heck?
Oh, so talking about just odd things in the games we're playing. So, in Breath of the Wild, I finally got all 900 Korok seeds, which I know means a whole lot to you since you haven't really played it much, but...
No, I know what that means, though. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the Gold School tool list for the game, and there's no indication on the map when you clear a region. Like, you can see on the map each one you got, but you can't tell where any of the other ones are, or if you've gotten all the ones in an area, so... I totally just walked through the last 700 of them. But,
wow.
But I did it. And so I got all that, and I got all the mini-bosses, got medals for all the mini-bosses. Anyway, there's a guy that gives you literally a golden piece of poop for getting all 900 Korok seeds.
And all I've done in the game is set a stick on fire and throw it into the bushes.
Well, so here's the funny thing, though. So at the end of the game, after you beat it, you go back to the map if you keep playing, after, like on your same save game, and it'll have a percentage complete. And the percentage complete is how much of the map you've finished. And the map is corresponding to, like, all of the different items that are on the map. So, you like, each item you get on the map counts as, like, I don't know, like 0.08% or something like that. So each Korok seed that shows up on the map, once you get it, 0.08%.
Oh my gosh.
So you need to get it up to 100%. So I got all 900 Korok seeds, and I was at 99.81%.
Oh.
I was missing... So they're, like, worth 0.08 or 0.09, just rounding. I was missing 2 items on the map, and I was like, are you serious? And so I checked my map, and I eventually had to like bust out a list at every single location in the entire game, because every time you explore a new location in the game, like find a little ruin, a bridge, a river, whatever, the name pops up, and that counts on the map suddenly. And so I was missing 2 of them. And so I had to scour the entire map to find like 2 little tiny names. And basically there was one road that I had never traveled in the entire world. And on that road there was a little tiny dumpy little bridge, and next to it were some little tiny ruins that just didn't even show up on the map basically.
Oh my gosh, you have way too much patience for those kinds of games.
Well, no, I sat my wife down with me and we started going through the list of places and checking to see if I had them on my map or not.
It's like when I was trying to find the last gold scatula, my mom was sitting there helping me. She was the one that found it.
Scritch, 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 scritch.
You know, it's funny, Zelda's just one of those games that I like them, but I would much rather watch someone play it than play it myself.
Yeah.
Which is funny because people find that odd that there are just certain types of games I'd rather watch than play myself. Skyrim is one of them. I love to watch Helper play it, but I don't like to play it as much myself.
And you know what? Breath of the Wild might be that too. You need to get him to play that because there are so many weird random things you can do in the game that would tickle your fancy. That
yeah, I think he's been wanting to play it, but like I said earlier, he's not even here, you know, and
no, he's been swamped with stuff recently.
Yeah, and I won't see him for another 2 weeks. And then finally, you know, we're moving, so and then I'll see him. Hopefully I'll see him a lot more.
I was gonna say, I would think so.
It's kind of a funny story, actually. So he had to go to this school for his job. So he had to go back to Virginia for this school for 2 weeks, and he got there, and he went to go to the class, and they said, "You're not on my list." And he's like, "What do you mean I'm not on your list?" And he's like, "You're not on the list." And so he's like, "Here." And so he pulled out all the paperwork, and he goes, "No, I'm in the class." Well, it turns out that, you know, he got the paperwork he needed to go to class, but they didn't actually enroll him in the class.
Seriously?
So he's like, well, what am I supposed to do? This is a really huge problem because he has to take this course to continue his job, you know, because it's one of those mid-career kind of things, you know, and so it turns out that 2 people didn't show up, so they unenrolled one of them and enrolled him instead. And the guy was like, I don't understand why they didn't show. I literally just talked to them the previous day. I don't know why they didn't show, but, you know, that's okay. Helper got in, so... But, he was kind of nervous. He's like, I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't get into this class, because it's a requirement. But, yeah, I guess class must be pretty boring, because he hasn't talked about it at all. In fact, he's so bored, he's actually started watching Game of Thrones.
Sheesh.
He told me I'm not allowed to watch it, so he's just telling me about it.
It is, most certainly not rated S for Mappy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my Asperger's or my personality, it's probably both, but I'm like, I get scared really easily, and so, like, if I watch certain things, like, I'll get so scared, like, I get, it's not that I mix up reality and fantasy or anything, but it's like, I worry about it, you know, and so, if something's, like, really violent, then it's usually a bad thing. I don't react to it very well. So, he won't let me watch violent things. Wah! Impressionable, that's the word I'm looking for.
Huh?
Ouch! Ah, Vicky. Huh? Oh no. Where? Where is this place? Huh? Grassland? I've never heard of it. Ugh, this isn't good. I'll miss tonight's big meal, and maybe more.
Where exactly are you from?
A place called the city-state of Joustin. That's the place. I remember wanting to get somewhere, but... Oh, brother, what should I do now? This isn't good at all.
Why not come to our castle?
Really? Thank you so much, but where is it? That's a little far, but it should be okay. What's your name? Hugo? Got it. I'm Vicky, a teleportress. Thank you for your kindness. Now, usually she asks if she wants to come along now. Yeah, I'll go on ahead to your home, or shall we teleport there together? No, I don't want to go together. I want you to stay with me, actually, but I guess you go on ahead.
You go on ahead.
Alright, come say hello when you get there. Oh, you know what? I should have actually gone with her, put her in the party, then come back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ah, fail.
Yeah, you'd
Oh,
already
well.
selected it by the time I had a chance to say anything, but
Oh well.
we'll go back and get her at some point later.
Well, we're gonna have to come back here anyway. So, to get the other guy, and we won't have everything we need for the guy in Coloria, so...
And that'll work well because we'll be able to get back quickly.
Yeah. Not a problem. Okay, I think I need to take the eastern path.
I think so too.
I'm glad Byron fell back asleep. He stays asleep. Maybe I'll give him his ice cream.
So I don't know why I just thought of this, but I had this thing at work today. And so one of my guys was working on a task, and our client had basically said, like, hey, we think we know how to, like, calculate this thing on a graph better. And we were like, okay. And they're like, so can you, like, just throw it into the application and see if it works or not? We're like, okay, sure, we'll toss an experimental thing in for you.
Just
So
throw it in.
So my guy was putting it in for them. So anyway, he puts it in, I'm reviewing his code. I find a couple bugs in his code, so I go back and have him rework it to fix the bugs. And then, as I'm looking at the code more, I'm like, hey, what is this supposed to be doing anyway? Do you know? And he's like, not really. Like, I just modified it the way they told me to modify it, but I don't really know what it's supposed to do. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, there's some comments up here that it says it should do, like, A, B, C, but down below it's doing A, C, X, you know? And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, this doesn't... Let me go talk to my project manager and see if she knows anything about this. So I go back up and talk to her. And she's like, okay, well, so it looks like the comment says it should be doing this, but then, no, the code's doing something completely different than what the comment says it should be doing. Let me go see if I can find the emails that told us what we were supposed to do in the first place. So she dug up a document from 4 or 5 years ago, from 2013, that says, okay, it should do ADZ.
Oh, shit.
And we're like, this is completely different than what anything else is. Like, now we have the code doing one thing, comments next to the code saying it should do something else, and the document from, like, 5 years ago saying it should do something else entirely. And so she's like, well, tell you what, though, this is the 2013 document. It references earlier emails, though I don't have those emails. You should go talk to so-and-so who's no longer on the team. They have those earlier emails.
Oh, no.
So then I go and talk to them, and they're like, oh, yeah, no, it shouldn't do what that document says. What it should be doing instead is BCY. And I'm like, great. So what I'm here, but he's like, but it's been like 3 years since I've been on this project. I don't really remember that for sure, so don't take me at my word. And I can't find the emails. So yeah, at the end of the day, we're just like, we have no clue what the intent was of this thing originally. And I'm sure, like, the code has probably been modified at some point without the comments in the original documentation being updated, because they probably told us, hey, it's not working, fix it a little bit, and do this thing to fix it. And we probably just didn't update the documentation to reflect those fixes.
Yeah.
And so those requests have been lost to the sands of time. So now here we are, like, you know, fast forward a couple years, I'm the guy in charge now, and I have no information about why it works the way it does.
This is why I over-document on every commit.
Oh man, like you come to value documentation more as you get older, I feel. But it's a balancing act, to be fair.
It's funny because on my team we have I'm not picking on any of my viewers specifically, but we have a millennial. It's my first time working with a millennial. Now again, I'm not picking on millennials by any means. I've just never had to work professionally with one before, and I met this guy.
Technically, you're a millennial, and I'm a millennial.
Well, I mean, like, you know, he's 10 years younger than me, so
yeah.
I feel like there's definitely an age gap there.
Yeah, he's in the middle of the demographic. We're kind of at the borderline edge of it.
You were at the very border. I don't really consider myself a millennial because I'm old. But anyway, so I mean, he's a nice guy, but he's definitely different. You know, like, first of all, I wouldn't have a giant knife on my desk, and second, I don't speak in acronyms. But anyway, hold on, is this the right path? But he's so funny about me in particular, because I am very set in my ways.
What?
And he's slowly learning that it's almost like I have a reason for doing things. And like, I got real upset with him a couple weeks ago because he changed my code while I was out, which is fine, but I didn't understand why he did it, and he was getting frustrated with me because he just like, I don't understand why you don't understand. I'm like, just tell me why you changed it, because what you did makes no sense. So eventually I gave up and I just passed the code because I got tired of talking to him. And I even said that to him. It's not like it was a secret. I just said, I'm tired of talking to you. And, but he misunderstood that. Somehow he misunderstood my very blunt, I'm tired of talking to you. And so it turns out it took him almost 2 weeks to finally realize what he had done in the code. And he like halfway apologized to me, but it was really funny because he's just like, oh, I think I finally understand why you were upset. And I'm like, good. I'm so glad you learned something from all this.
Good.
It's too bad we can't undo it. I mean, we could, but it's 2 weeks in, and I've already rewrote all the code for that one rewrite, but he's very interesting. And it's funny because he came to me the other day as well, and he goes, I need you to post a question on Stack Overflow. Oh, I was afraid this was going to happen.
Okay.
So Stack Overflow, for you guys that don't know, is like a website where people who do like software development can go and post questions. Now, I didn't know this until this week, or maybe early last week, that you can have your own version of Stack Overflow. You can have like personal groups.
Oh, they only just added that like a month or two ago.
Yeah, so apparently somebody in my team, not my specific team, but like, you know, my company, decided to start our own. I didn't know about this, and to be honest, I don't really care. I mean, I don't really have time to go and to look around and read stuff. I mean, I'm kind of busy at work. And, so, you know, my new team, he messages me, he's like, I need you to post a question on Stack Overflow. And I said, well, why can't you post it? You know, and because it doesn't make any sense to me. He's like, I need you to post it. And I go, why? Is there some reason? Okay, I don't want to fight this guy, but I'm going to fight this guy. Great. Well, 22 minutes in, so I guess you guys can see the death. So, long story short, he wanted me to post this question, but I had to log in, I had to, you know, do I just want to blow his brains out?
Yeah, I was gonna say, just take him seriously, because we got nothing else going on for a little while. Might as well just blow his brains out. So I had to get an account, sign in, do all this stuff, get set up, and the funny thing is when he asked the question, I said, so, okay, what's the question? And he shows me the question, I go, oh, I know the answer to that question. And he goes, really? And I go, I wrote that code 8 years ago, so I actually know the answer to the question. So I answered the question. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, can you post it anyway? And I go, well, why would I post it when I know the answer? I wrote it. You know? I'm so confused. So I was sitting here thinking about this, and I'm like, he must want me to just be involved, because I just literally had my 10th year anniversary on the job. So I'm guessing he wanted me to get logged in so I can answer questions, and this was his way of doing it. I'm guessing. I don't really know why. So anyway, so I asked the question, and one of my best friends at work, he sees the question and answers it. Then he messages me personally, and he goes, why did you ask this question? Didn't you write the code? And I said, yes, I did, and I knew the answer, but for some reason, I was asked to ask the question. He goes, why didn't you just answer the question? I'm like, I did! It wasn't good enough! And so it turned out to be the exact same answer, and I'm like, oh, and I just killed half my own party. Amazing. Well, bye, Bosba. I think Lily's in there, too. Blech. This is why I hate the fire rune. Well.
Oh, good gravy. You guys. You know... Oh, and Rhodey was in there.
So that could have gone better.
Yeah, you know, I was kind of worried about that, but I find this is actually halfway more entertaining to watch me completely mess this up. I'm just kind of in that mood now where I just don't, you know, it's kind of like, let's just see how bad I can do.
How much HP does this guy have?
Enough that my own people died. I think it's funny that I've done more damage to my own party than he's done to me.
You were just getting the chaff out of the way.
And the thing is, I'm kind of upset though about Rhodey being taken out because he could really use the skill points.
Yeah.
Is it sad that I'm more upset about the skill points? She survived it.
Just keep the runes going. I mean, you're not going to beat damage like that.
Well, I don't want to do that because I'm just going to take Isla out.
Yeah.
Let's just beat the crud out of him. I mean, we're not going to win this fight. You know, oh, okay. I guess we're gonna win the fight. And have half the people...
We're not gonna win this fight! Oh, okay, I guess we're gonna win the fight.
I guess we're gonna win the fight. Alright. That was just bad. You know, you guys are probably all like, what the heck? Oh my gosh, and we got so much money that I can't even hold it all. This is ridiculous. Let's just... Okay, I think we need to go... Hey, which way do I go? Yes, go straight ahead. Then that's where we're going. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. This video is just a big mess now. Let's use the fire rune on my... Oh.
Please do not obliterate your team members.
Can I do, Perfect. Let's do that. That was... I don't even know what to say. I mean, I'm not gonna claim that that was amazing or good by any stretch of the imagination. Okay. That's who I want. Hello! He should look familiar.
What are you doing here?
Watching that pathetic battle.
Oh? Oh, sorry. My mind was elsewhere. Are you familiar with this area?
I could say not really, or I know this like my own backyard. Let's lie. That's how we start off as a leader.
Sure, I know this like my own backyard. Thanks. Can you take me to the nearest town? To town? It's a bit far from here. I won't keep you long.
It's Fudge! Remember Fudge. And that should look familiar too.
Oh boy. Is that a dragon? I don't believe it. Yep, I'm Fudge, and this is Bright. I am a dragon knight from the south. My travel companion disappeared along the way.
He's a dragon knight again, everybody! Yay!
Shall we get going then? Huh?
I like how I don't have to voice him either. Yay, Bright's all grown up, and Fudge is a dragon knight again! Yay! Life is good.
Well, thank you for showing me the way. Ugh, no problem. I'm fine. You're airsick. Not used to flying, I guess.
Nope, not used to flying at all.
It's the first time I've flown this high.
So I guess griffins don't fly as high?
I guess not. Bright is one of the fastest flyers in the fleet. I'd love to elaborate, but I have to keep looking for that cocky girl. She always takes off without telling anyone. It's maddening. Her name's Sharon. Let me know if you spot her. She's 15 and is dressed like me. You'll be the first to know if I see her.
I think if it doesn't matter which hero you pick, they all get sick. I think that's kind of why it seems a little strange for Hugo. Oh, I walked 1 foot.
Huh?
Oh, that must be Sharon. Let's follow her.
You'd think so, but coincidentally it's not.
Hey, hold on a minute. I wonder if Fubar's a guy or a girl.
No. No.
I mean, Fubar's a boy, but still.
Wait, could that be?
Oh, there she is. And there she goes. Come on, camera. There we go. Oh, brother. Is this all there is? It's sure in the middle of nowhere. Not much to see, that's for sure. Why'd I even bother? Ugh. Ah! Oh, there's your little fang. What are you doing standing there? You're in my way.
You must be Sharon. Oops, wrong girl.
Oop, there she goes.
Huh?
Let's go find her. I can't remember actually. I remember most of that. Now I'm trying to remember where she actually runs off to. I think the entrance. Yeah. Who could that be? I bet it's an enemy. Flying in on a dragon is awfully conspicuous.
Hello?
What?
Stop it right there, young lady. Never leave without telling Commander, Amelia. What if you were to get lost?
Oh, Millia's a commander now.
Why must you always put me in these positions? You'll get me expelled from the Knights again.
Never mind that, Fudge. I'm being followed by some weirdo. An enemy. Do something.
An enemy?
Yes, if I had a dragon, I'd have him shoot fire right away. Hurry up. See, now this is what I always got confused about. Why doesn't she have a dragon? That doesn't make any sense, because they're born and raised with dragons.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
I've never figured this out, in all honesty, because I own several books for this game, but none of them really explain this.
Who are you talking about? About me, I guess.
Because, I mean, Fudge got expelled because his dragon was killed, so, and he was even younger than Sharon.
Now, Sharon, you'd better apologize.
Maybe they changed the rules. Why, I haven't done anything wrong. I was just being followed by this weirdo. I'm not lying.
What? Sorry about this. You know how it is with kids her age. They can be a handful.
No, we don't know anything about kids her age.
Alright, let's get going. We can't waste any more time. We have to join the Firebringer. The Firebringer? Maybe you've heard the same rumor. They say the Firebringer are fighting against the Harmonian army.
My butt's asleep. Hold on a second. I'm sitting on the floor with Byron. It's getting really uncomfortable.
I came to find out, and possibly lend a hand. I was briefly involved with Harmonia once. Well, anyway, I was looking for the leader of the Firebringer. Well then.
Well, we've got good news for you, sir.
What? You are Hugo? This is too good to be true.
He could be lying. How would you know?
Call it a knowing. I get it sometimes. I sense vibrations too. Of course, the appearance is totally different from what I expected.
You know, I could just show him my hand.
I know, right?
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. I'll go to the enemy castle and fight with them.
Well, no point in returning by myself, so I'll come along and help too.
Well, yeah. Thanks.
Yay! Fudge has joined the 108 stars! And so is Sharon. And so is Bright!
I was like, don't sound too excited about those ones.
I need Fudge and Bright. Okay, so we still have the... Okay. I don't think this is gonna work, but I really just want to try just for fun. Let's go upstairs. I know we're still missing this guy. I really want to recruit this guy. He's got one of the best mini games out of all the Suikoden games. The whole world's a stage. We've already read all this. Yes, we were interested in theater. But I'm guessing Fubar doesn't count as a man. Yeah, we've already read all this, sir. And you were just as weird the first time.
You mean just as magnificent?
He's just standing. Do you feel okay? Oh,
Oh. At least help me locate
No,
some
I was-
actors.
yeah, we're not good enough. Dang it.
So he tells you what he wants, though, right?
It was 3 guys, 2 girls, and a kid, I thought.
Yeah. That's what he wants. But I couldn't remember if he
That's what
actually
he
said
wants,
it.
but that's not.
I think he says it.
Yeah, he does say what he wants.
Yeah.
It's just we don't have it. I was for some reason hoping that, let me see what our party is. We have Bosma, Rhodey, and Fubar as the 3 men. Lily and Isla is the 2 women, and then Hugo is the kid, is what we were hoping for. Or what I was hoping for. Now, I think that's everyone. Okay, besides him, I think that's everyone in Colaria. Because didn't we already recruit the gambling guy?
We did. What about Cortez?
Oh, yeah, he's
wait.
around here somewhere.
Did we already talk to him in Calaria? He might have moved on already.
Well, I don't remember where he was in Colaria. I
No.
think he's up here.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, there he is.
Okay.
I forgot already about him.
I must have finally found it. So this is an enemy castle. Also, this is an
He says
enemy.
an enemy.
You've come to Harmonia's citadel of Calaria. What now? You say this is not the castle? Remember, any effort to fool me will not be tolerated. What makes you think I'd lie? I wish to open a shop at an enemy, but I do not know its location. I must find it before I summon my 3 wives. Can you help me?
So, I don't remember. I think... You know, I'm getting all the games confused. I know one of the games you have to tell him the wrong location. I think we still tell him the location, don't we?
Tell him the location.
Yeah, I think we do.
Go past that inn, straight out of town, and down the mountain path. You hit 3 forks, take a left at the first fork. Make another left, then a right at the third fork. You'll see an enemy's gate soon.
Well, now. Grandfather, I want to go. These 2 random people are just listening. Okay, so... What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. And we're going to go ahead and just trek back to the castle, switch out some people, and come back. Because there's actually 2 people, one on the way here that's going to show up. And then I really want this actor guy. So, we'll see you guys in the next video when we do more recruiting. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.